Hi, everyone. So today we're talking about claims, evidence, and analysis. But to start, I want to ask you, what's a pirate's favorite letter? Now, the answer, it's not R, it's the C. That's where they spend all their time. Um, anyway, so CEA is what we're going to be talking about today. This is really similar to CER that you guys have been doing in science and social studies. We just want to use this analysis word in language arts because this is a major part of what we do as readers and writers, especially as you guys are going to get older and older. So here's what we're talking about. Now, there's a lot of great ways to write something, but great writers and readers will sometimes use a formula or guide to write and build stronger paragraphs. There are tons of different ways to write. Like a lot of people like to start and kind of ease into what they're going to try to argue about, and like they tell like a little story and then get their claim going, and then give all their evidence. But sometimes your claim gets lost. So the best part about this is that it's got many benefits. First, if you do it well, it can fully prove your claim. Second, it's versatile. You can use this when you're writing in LA, when you're writing in science, social studies, in any class. You can even use it when you're arguing with somebody on the internet, or when you want to just prove a point in any kind of venue. And it's really great for those kids that if you don't know how to get started, if you're one of those students who just has no idea what to say, or how to start, this step-by-step process will be super easy for you. So it is claim plus evidence plus analysis will equal our strong writing. So claim is the idea that you want to prove. Start your paragraph by stating the idea that you want to prove. Just come out and say it. So like the examples are, the theme of Nothing Gold Can Stay is that nothing lasts forever. In The Outsiders, Ponyboy is a negative self-image. Or S.E. Hinton uses slang to make her characters and story more realistic. Now, I haven't proven these at all yet, but at least I know what I'm trying to prove. Next, we get our evidence, and this is just stuff directly from the text. The details and facts which show your claim. So things from the text like direct quotes, which is just at least a sentence or more. You could use specific words and phrases from a quote. Make sure for both those you use page numbers and cite the author. Or you could paraphrase. So say if you're writing about the Rumble, that's like a whole 7-8 page event. You're not going to want to quote that entire thing. So you can paraphrase and put in your own words and kind of summarize part of the text. One thing that we're going to be struggling with all year is now that we're in 8th grade and moving into high school, we're trying to figure out how to pick not just any evidence to prove your claim, but we want the best evidence. So this is something that we're going to be trying to figure out. This is what really differentiates between a great writer, a good writer, and an okay writer, is that they can pick quality evidence. Now, the most important part of it is the analysis. This is where you explain specifically how your evidence supports your claim. It can be and it should be more than a sentence. If I'm having a 1-sentence quote as my evidence, I probably want to write it like 2 sentences for my analysis. And what you want to do is it should break apart each piece of evidence, explain what it means, why it matters, or how it connects to your claim. So just here's a couple sentence starters for you, ways that you could start to describe your thinking. This quote shows that because of words like the character seems, and then in this scene, the author shows. So use these, especially when we're doing this test tomorrow, guys. Now, I want to show you this one example, and then I'll wrap it up. So as I read it, we're thinking, does this example fully prove the claim? Why or why not? Does it need more evidence? So my claim is Ponyboy has a negative self-image. And the evidence for that is on page 72, after Johnny tells Pony he looks like soda, Ponyboy says, I look about as much like soda as you do. I got to my feet. He's good looking. So to analyze this, I said, even when his best friend tells him that he's handsome, Ponyboy resists it. When he says that soda's good looking, Pony is implying that he himself is not good looking. So I talk about the quote generally in this analysis, and then I talk about specifically what was said in this part, that he's good looking. And so because I did both of those things, it makes it a little bit stronger. Now, do I fully prove the claim? Absolutely not. It's solid what I have is, but it's just not enough evidence to prove anything. One piece of evidence is not enough, right? If I saw a guy in a red sweatshirt commit a crime, and I use that to say everybody that wears red sweatshirts commits crimes, that wouldn't make any sense. So make sure that we're using multiple pieces of evidence. This is a great start, but we need more. So I want to have you try. What I want you to do is I want you to come up with a lesson from the outsiders. Here are some that we came up with in my third period today. Things like innocence can be lost through terrible events. How to get away with murder. Don't do that one. Enjoy these little moments in life. Good friends are there for you. Or just because you lost someone doesn't mean you have to give up. Pick one of those and then use your organizer on the other half of these notes to put your claim, to put your evidence and your analysis. And this will be great practice for tomorrow's test. All right, everybody. As always, this has been Mr. Honeyman, and have a wonderful life.